but if you really want it to be on, you're gonna have to shoot it in to a certain extent. Every now and then you'll get the magical unicorn where it's on. But typically you'll have to come out somewhere with hills, ideally around that 20 to 25 degrees is where it's really gonna start to matter, and shoot it in. So one really good and easy way to be able to do it if you don't have things like vices or if you just have to eyeball it is you can draw back, look at it, and you're gonna be looking for a perfect circle all the way around. You wanna be able to see, because all of our scopes have some type of depth on them where you can see the inside of it. So you're gonna be able to test. You're gonna be able to look and see if you're seeing the same amount of the inside of that scope all the way around. That's where your third axis is gonna be on. Like, just to eyeball it and kind of get it close enough to where it should be on. That will work to be able to do that. Of course, you're still gonna wanna shoot it in, but if you're in a place where you can't shoot it in, you drop your bow when you're out hunting, and typically if you drop your bow straight onto this, there's a good chance it's gonna move at least a little bit. So knowing how to eyeball that and get it close enough to where you're gonna be within that acceptable range again is gonna be a vital and pretty important thing to be able to do. So for this one, we'll have everybody come up and shoot 2 arrows. Of like 3 people at a time, come up, shoot at
the third axis is before we show them how to
shoot at that far ram, come up, range it, shoot 2 arrows at it, and then we're gonna go, and then when you get down there, I want everybody to take a picture of that target so that way they know where they were hitting, if they're hitting left or right. We know everybody's left and right was good on the flat range, but now we're gonna see if it's good on our uphill and downhill. We'll shoot this one, take a picture, pull them, then we're gonna go shoot the bear target. We're shooting downhill here, we're gonna shoot uphill there, and then we're gonna see whose third axis is maybe just a hair off or whose is perfect, and then we'll be able to go from there and kind of, we'll show some stuff in between there as well. But we'll do, whoever wants to come up first, shoot.
Bodie, question, is there
yes, sir.
a time where you shoot downhill,
yep,
you're good, but then you go uphill and it's not? Or is it, if it's good downhill, it should be good uphill and vice versa?
It can matter a little bit more on, like you might be more off one way than the other, but if you're off on one, you should be off on the other at least a little bit. You might not see it till you get to those more extreme uphill, downhill shots, but I mean, if you're hunting in places with hills, I mean, you can shoot up to 30 degrees, and if your third axis is a little bit off at 30 degrees, you could miss by like 2 feet at like 40 yards. If it's off enough, I mean, I've shot one of the places that I compete at, there's a 35 degree 40-yard shot, and you shoot it for like 33 yards, so 7-yard cut at 40 yards. And I mean, I've shot my third axis in there before and thought it was pretty good, and then I'll go shoot that target and I might still be off by 10 inches at 40 yards. I mean, that can very easily be the difference between getting to kill an animal at that and not getting to kill an animal at that. 10 inches one way or another, especially if you're 10 inches forward, you're most likely not gonna get that animal. So it might not matter quite as much on this stuff, but when you do get those more extreme shots, and it might be further, I mean, that's 10 inches at 40 yards. What's it gonna do at 60? What's it gonna do at 80? So you wanna be able to at least know how to shoot those in, because it can be that vital point when you do get that shot to being able to kill that animal, or being able to, or having to track it for miles or not find it at all. All right, so I'll have first 3 come up, whoever, and it'll shoot 3 at a time, 2 arrows.
Yeah, somebody comes in. Just in general, pretty much everything.
Keep track of your impacts as long as you are confident in them, where they are in relation to where you're aiming. You're going to need that information. Yep.
You're good. I mean,
Sure. So yeah, so we're gonna go over there, have everybody draw back and look through their scope, see if they're seeing any more on one side than they are the other. And then the ones that did shoot off on theirs, we'll make sure that those get adjusted. And we're gonna do this loop at least one more time.
See if it tightens up.
Yep.
Exactly.
Took the pictures and you can see they're off on one side or more off on another. Like you've shot even middle or close to it on the uphill. We did have a slight right to left wind, So if you're shot right down the middle, like for me, I aimed like that, my arrow is probably going to drift a little bit less than some of the people's with bigger veins. So if you shot good left and right, you probably actually would have been around 4 inches to the right on that last target. So I want everybody, probably not at once, won't be able to fit everybody, but everybody step up, draw back and aim, and then you don't need to shoot it. Just look at your scope and see if you're seeing a bias on one side of it from being further in on one side or further out than on one side. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly going to be on the inside of your scope, to where you're just going to be seeing a thicker black portion on one side or on the other.
Think of it like a tube.
Yeah.
Like you can see the inside of one side of the tube, but not the other inside of the tube. It should look like a perfect circle. It shouldn't look like you can see the inside of the tube from one side.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have everybody look, and then for the people that do see it being off, we're going to adjust it, and then we'll shoot it in again. Yeah. So you let it down. So which way are we going to have to move it in or out to fix it?
To be straight, I think it's got to go this way.
Okay. All right, so
Would that make sense?
Yep. Yes.
Shot right on the ram
Mm-hmm.
and left on the
Yes.
bail.
You said you see more of your right housing? Is that where you're at? You see more of
The
right side
face,
than
the
So, yeah,
face,
so you need to come.
a little black right there.
Okay,
So
so
loosen
you're
in.
seeing more
left side?
on.
It's very
That's
slight.
the lock
It seems
screw.
Like I see more on this side than that side.
And it's not that
Is
size.
it like a
It's kind of,
two-screw system? One doesn't
yeah.
push or pull.
So you need to go.
One of
Which way
them
do you
threaded
think you need
into
to
it,
go?
and then this
In or
one
out?
sets against it, so you can't move it.
The one on this side, I'll
Yeah, so you
come out a
just do
little
this.
bit, right?
Yes.
A little bit more. Should be good.
And then were you off when
And
you
then
shot?
we
You're
come
out
into
down.
here.
So I'm loosening these two screws, and we're gonna bump his scope out just a smidge.
Which way we gotta go? Okay, so your left to right's probably pretty close then, because you should have hit right with the way the wind was. I bet you're fine, but if you're hitting left, I would actually move your left to right, not the third, until you're hitting straight here, and then shoot the other. So I'd shoot a couple more arrows, but move your sight until you hit on the actual dot, left to right, down, right, yeah, right here.
Well, we're gonna go shoot them flat. Check everybody's zeros, because you move your third, you need to go shoot it on flat, because your impacts aren't gonna be the same.
Yep.
So we'll go check zero again right here, and then we'll go shoot the bear, and we'll shoot this one again. We'll probably shoot the bear one more time. Then by then we'll probably have just about everybody figured out.
Pretty sure. We'll see.
They'll be closer than they were.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Well, if you're a flatlander and you can't find an environment, one, get on, like, if you got a 2-story house and a roof, shoot down that way. You got to be creative. You got to find a way to shoot it, because in reality, you can set it with tools. The Hamskea Gen 2 system does work relatively well. If you pull it back in my drawboard and set it at an angle and put a level on a flat spot, you can do the same thing, but that's not implementing your hand bias in it, right? The Gen 2 will do it somewhat, but you still have to be able to go shoot it. So get it as close as you can with equipment and tools if you don't have any kind of a hill, but I suggest you go find a hill somewhere that gives you at least 15 to 20 degrees of an angle that you can shoot at least 40 to 50 yards on. That'll show you what you need to know.